This project's base is a fender washer. The weight of the washer helps the project stay upright on the table. We're going to take a small piece of drywall mesh tape. This is adhesive, so it will stick to the fender washer, and this will make it easier to trim back to the base. Stick the square mesh to the washer. This will provide a substrate for the glue to stick to, especially over the washer hole. With a sharp knife and being careful, cut around the washer and remove the excess tape, so you're left with only the washer and the tape. Here we have the washer with the mesh tape cut back to the base edge. Next, get out your foliage. I'm using some inexpensive foliage I got from the dollar store, as well as a few pieces I got from the pet store as well. Using a knife or scissors, cut out various pieces that you can use for your vegetation stand. I start cutting with the knife, but I decide that I can get longer stems with the scissors, which allow for easier flocking later. Cut out a variety of sizes and shapes and colors so your jungle vegetation has some nice variation. I typically cut 4 to 7 stems for each base. Once you have a good selection of stems, you're ready to move on to the next step. With your hot glue gun, add a blob of hot glue to the base and stick your first stem into it. Just like this. You will need to hold it there for approximately 30 seconds, or until it is cool enough so the stem doesn't fall over. Continue doing this until you have a group of vegetation stuck onto the base. This part is a little slow and can be a little bit frustrating, and I have cut out the middle parts of the gluing the plants down so that we can get on to the next part of the project. Once they're all down, give it a few more seconds to make sure nothing's going to fall off or fall over. Alright. Here's the current base. Let me hold it up to the camera so you can see it. Let me move the light to give you a better look. It's also a good idea to have a look around the base and trim off any low branches. Here we can see a few touching the base. I will cut these back so I can flock the base easier later. Alright, here they are cut off with the knife. Next, use the hot glue gun to fill in the rest of the base. This will give us a more even starting point for flocking the base. Go all the way around. Here it is, all filled in with hot glue. Pull off any little wisps that you have lying around in there. You don't want those. They're annoying. Next, get an old paintbrush that you don't care about. And also get some white craft glue. Cover the base with basic white craft glue. Make sure the leaves are out of the way and get it all around the base. Once you're done that, a little bit more yet, get it all over the base. A quick look of that, and then on to using that paintbrush again to spread the glue over the base, giving us a nice even layer for the flocking to stick to. Keep going all the way around, make sure you got a good even layer. Now you can see the full coverage of the glue all over the base. And again, another one of those wisps. Once we have the glue on the base, we can get out our flocking. This flocking is just cheap mint green tea I got from the grocery store. I opened all the bags and dumped them into this plastic cup. As you can see, it looks pretty good. It will make awesome dead ground foliage. Just get out a container to work over, get your vegetation stand, and then proceed to start dumping the flock all over the base. Turn the base all around and continue flocking it. Here we can see the vegetation stand with the flocked base. Now empty your excess flocking back into the storage cup so you can have a nice clean work area, and let the glue and flocking dry before moving on to the next step. Once it is dry, we're almost done. However, even with that base layer of glue soaking into the flocking, the top layer is prone to coming off. To prevent this, we'll use the common 50-50 glue-water mixture. I'll zoom in so you can see the consistency of the glue as I apply it to the base. I make a huge mess putting this glue on. You can probably do it neater. Next, again, use that old brush and make sure you get full coverage with watered down glue. Again, here's the stand with the glue coverage on it. This will soak in and eventually dry clear and make your flocking stay put. Just clean up the mess and give me a second and I will show you the foliage with some miniatures. Okay, we'll place some of these foliage stands around for our jungle. Put them all down there, move some back into the light so you can see them better, place some more with color to make it more interesting. There we go, nice little jungle. We'll get some miniatures in there. These are just Reaper Bones figures. They're unpainted because I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that kind of thing. And all my painted guys are downstairs. Once we got them on the board, let's add a little wrecked jungle obelisk. Maybe they're by an old temple or something. And once we get that done, we'll give you a final zoom in and see what it all looks like here. Alright, there's our jungle. Hopefully you found this interesting and helpful, and thanks for watching.